Imagine waking up, pulling open your curtains, and seeing not one, but two blazing suns rising into the sky. Shadows stretch in strange directions, the air feels warmer than ever, and the night you once knew is gone forever. The world you recognize begins to shift, days lengthen, nights fade, and survival itself takes on an entirely new meaning. Welcome back to What Ifverse, the place where we ask the big questions that reshape reality. And today's question might just be one of the most fascinating yet. What if Earth had two suns? The idea of a planet orbiting two suns may sound like pure science fiction, like something straight out of Star Wars with Tatooine's twin sunsets. But in truth, it's not fiction at all. Astronomers have discovered binary star systems, where two suns orbit one another, with planets caught in between. Some of these exoplanets even lie in the habitable zone, meaning liquid water, and perhaps life could exist there. But what if our Earth were suddenly thrown into such a cosmic setup? How would our world transform under the constant gaze of two suns? Before we dive into the wild consequences, let's ground this in some science. If Earth had two suns, there are two likely scenarios. First, Earth could orbit around both stars if they were close enough together, moving as one gravitational system. Or second, Earth could orbit one sun while the other orbited nearby, creating wildly complex gravitational interactions. Both situations sound possible, but each would radically reshape our orbit, seasons, and the very possibility of life on Earth. The most immediate change would be our day and night cycle. With two suns, true night might rarely exist. At least one star would almost always be in the sky, meaning Earth could be bathed in constant daylight. Imagine cities never needing streetlights, animals never resting, and humans living in an endless cycle of brightness. On one hand, energy needs might drop drastically, solar power would be practically infinite. On the other hand, our bodies, which rely on darkness to produce melatonin and regulate sleep, would be thrown into chaos. Our current seasons exist because of Earth's tilt and its orbit around a single sun. But with two suns, Earth would likely experience extreme seasonal variations. At times, both suns might heat the planet simultaneously, causing scorching global summers. At other times, the gravitational tug-of-war between them could distort Earth's orbit, plunging regions into colder extremes. Crops, animals, and humans would all struggle to adapt to such unpredictable cycles. The climate crisis we worry about today would seem mild compared to the instability of a double-sun Earth. Plants thrive on sunlight, but too much of a good thing can kill. With constant exposure, photosynthesis could become overstimulated, damaging ecosystems. Some plants might evolve thicker leaves or reflective surfaces to survive, while others could wither away. Animals, too, would face a crisis. Many species depend on darkness for hunting, resting, or avoiding predators. Imagine nocturnal animals like owls, bats, and fireflies. They could vanish completely. Our entire food chain might collapse, forcing humanity to re-engineer agriculture in artificial dark zones just to survive. For us humans, life under two suns would mean more than just weird sleep schedules. Our bodies are tuned to the rhythm of day and night, the circadian cycle. Without darkness, people could face chronic insomnia, weakened immune systems, and even shortened lifespans. To cope, society might build massive underground cities, or create artificial, night domes that block sunlight, giving us the illusion of nighttime. Daily life would transform, schools, jobs, and even leisure would all need to be restructured for a world where the sun never sets. Culturally, the presence of two suns would reshape everything we believe about life and the universe. Myths, religions, and art would all take on new meanings. Would humanity worship two deities of light? Would we see the dual suns as symbols of balance, or as eternal rivals? Psychologically, humans might struggle to find peace in a world where twilight never comes. Think about how we cherish sunsets today, those golden moments that mark the end of a day. Under two suns, sunsets might become chaotic, with overlapping flares of color that never quite fade. One of the biggest threats would come from our oceans. With twice the solar radiation, polar ice caps would melt far faster than they are today, flooding coastal cities and reshaping continents. Rising sea levels could swallow entire nations. Ocean currents, which depend on delicate temperature differences, might collapse entirely. That would disrupt weather patterns, causing superstorms, floods, and droughts on a scale we've never seen. Earth would quickly become a far less stable home for humanity. Two suns don't just mean more light, they mean more gravity. If Earth orbited between two stars, the gravitational push and pull could destabilize our orbit. Over thousands of years, Earth might swing erratically, moving closer to one sun or farther into space. This would cause massive climate shifts, from ice ages to fiery heat waves. Worse, unstable orbits could eventually eject Earth from the solar system altogether, sending us drifting into the void. Survival in such a scenario would demand unimaginable technological advances. Not everything about two suns would be negative. Imagine the potential of having nearly unlimited solar energy. Humanity could power entire civilizations without fossil fuels. Solar farms could harvest energy around the clock, fueling an age of technological progress. We might even evolve biologically, adapting to higher radiation levels with stronger skin, better DNA repair, or new biological rhythms. Life on Earth would look dramatically different, but perhaps it could still thrive in unexpected ways. This isn't just a thought experiment. Astronomers have discovered planets like Kepler-16b, orbiting two suns. These worlds prove that life under twin stars is possible, though we don't yet know if any of them host living organisms. By studying them, scientists gain clues about how Earth might look if we lived in a binary system. Perhaps alien civilizations already exist in such worlds, having adapted to two suns long ago. If so, maybe humanity could learn from their path. If Earth had two suns, survival would come down to adaptability. Cities might relocate underground or underwater to escape the heat. Agriculture might move into climate-controlled megastructures. Space travel might even become essential, humanity seeking to colonize cooler, safer planets. In many ways, two suns would accelerate our technological evolution, forcing us to innovate or perish. The Earth of two suns would be unrecognizable, but it might still become a cradle of resilience and progress. Beyond the science, there's a deeper question here. Two suns would remind us that the universe is not built for our comfort. Our existence depends on fragile balances that we often take for granted. Would a second sun make us more humble, aware of our cosmic fragility? Or would it make us bold, determined to conquer whatever challenges the universe throws at us? In the end, two suns are a symbol of both possibility and danger, of light and destruction. So, what if Earth had two suns? Our world would be brighter, hotter, and more unstable. Nights would fade, ecosystems would collapse, and humanity would need to reinvent itself to survive. Yet, with endless energy and limitless potential, we might find new ways to thrive. The question is, could we adapt quickly enough, or would Earth's beauty be burned away under double the fire? Sparkles, and now, I'll leave it to you. Would you want to live on a world with two suns, or do you think one is already enough? If you enjoyed this journey through a brighter, stranger Earth, I'd love for you to join our What Ifverse community. Tap the like button if this made you think, share it with a friend who loves mind-bending questions, and let me know your thoughts in the comments. Could humanity survive under two suns? And of course, subscribe for more explorations of the impossible, right here in What Ifverse.